We are back for another day to Hoop Scoop Media Top 100 Countdown, and at the number 63 team in the country, we have the Nebraska Cornhuskers. What's up, college basketball fans? I'm Hoop Scoop Media co-founder Austin Getchy, and welcome to the Hoop Scoop Media Top 100 College Basketball Teams Countdown. In this series, we'll be counting down our top 100 teams for next season and releasing a video every day until the college basketball season begins. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give our social medias a follow. Simple things like that help more college basketball fans like you enjoy our content. With that being said, enjoy the rest of the video and 99 other videos in this series. It's been a rough tenure in Nebraska for head coach Fred Hoiberg so far. Expectations were high in Lincoln when he was hired, having been a very successful coach at Iowa State before heading to the NBA. However, he hasn't quite found that success yet in Nebraska and is yet to have a winning record. With that being said, the Cornhuskers did show some promise at the end of last season, finishing 9-11 in Big Ten play, and will try to use that momentum into this upcoming season. They also lose some significant pieces from last year's team. Derek Walker led the Huskers in points, rebounds, and assists and exhausted his eligibility. Sam Griesel, another double-digit scorer, also exhausted his eligibility. The other big piece not coming back is Emmanuel Bandamel, who exhausted his eligibility and missed the last part of the season due to an injury. Despite those losses, Nebraska has some intriguing pieces coming back. One major name is Japan native and fan favorite Keisei Tominaga. He was playing amazing down the stretch, averaging over 20 points per game over his final 9 games. He's a big threat from the three-point range, shooting 40% in the season, while also being an efficient scorer from inside the arc, granting at over 62% of his shots from that range. Another starting caliber player back is Juwan Gary, who missed the second half of the season with an injury. Before he got hurt, he was a valuable starter for Nebraska, especially on the defensive end of the ball. Hoiberg also got some big pieces from the transfer portal. One of those is Charlotte wing Bryce Williams. Williams shows the ability to have big games with 7 25-plus point games despite playing on the second slowest tempo team in the country. He's a true three-level scorer with good size and is one of the most underrated transfers this whole cycle. Another big name Nebraska reeled in from the portal is Bradley big man Rink Mast. He's a skilled big man and was a very good rebounder in the Missouri Valley. Mast was a leading scorer for our top 100 Bradley team that won the MVC regular season. Nebraska got a commitment from Iowa transfer Aaron Eulis, but it's since come out that he placed nearly 2,000 bets on FanDuel. Hoiberg acted quick though and got Ball State transfer Jerron Coleman, all while on their overseas tour. Coleman is a good passer, and while his previous high major experience at Missouri would indicate that he's not a high major caliber player, he's about an even replacement for Eulis and a good pickup as late as it was. The Huskers also retained wing C.J. Wilcher. He wasn't a super efficient player last year, but is known as a shooter and shot over 40% from 3 in the 2021-22 season. Hoiberg brought home Lincoln native Josiah Allick, who was a starter on a New Mexico team that at one point cracked the top 25. He was an efficient inside scorer, connecting on nearly 65% of his shots from inside the arc. One breakout candidate is Jamarcus Lawrence. The rising sophomore point guard was starting towards the end of the season and ended the season with 4 double-digit performances in a row. He's a guy that I think will be very good in the future. Big man Blaze Keita also returns. He didn't see a ton of action last year, but was a dominant rebounder when in the game. The Huskers also returned Ramel Lloyd Jr., who redshirted last season. Nebraska also has walk-ons Sam Hoiberg and Cale Jacobson, who could see real minutes this season. Hoiberg played major minutes at the end of last season and was a very efficient offensive player. Fred Hoiberg also brings in a 2-person freshman class. Eli Rice is a freshman wing and put together some impressive scoring performances on Nebraska's international trip earlier this summer. They also got a late commitment from Matar Chope, who played with the NBA Academy Africa and is more of a project big. Overall, Nebraska might finally be heading in the right directions, as last year's late run will potentially indicate. This may be a make or break year for Hoiberg, and if Nebraska struggles, he will likely be without a job. I've been high on Hoiberg every year at Nebraska, and I still think he's a very good coach, and this roster is the best one and has the best fit of his so far at Nebraska, so I'm predicting this is his breakthrough year. I have the Huskers sitting at 11 in the Big Ten, but there's so much variability, especially in the middle of the conference. Nebraska fans, comment below your thoughts and where you'd personally have the Huskers ranked this season. We will be back tomorrow for the number 62 team in the country. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss it.